So, I said at the end of my High Guardian Spice review I wasn't gonna watch One Piece or Naruto. However, Princely immediately outplayed me and asked me to review Bleach. Yeah, so I used my Death Note level Galaxy Braid and I quickly outsmarted Princely and made him a deal. I'd watch the first episode of One Piece, but he'd need to do the same for High Guardian Spice. Then somehow I guess the spirit of Wendy's overtook his body or something, and this turned into a 4-for-4 deal. So, with our deal in place, I guess here I am reviewing the first 4 episodes of KFC's 12-piece bucket meal, and yeah, at the end of this review, we'll hop on over to a Discord called Princely. He'll discuss his experience with High Guardian, Hold the Spices, and yeah. Get it? Because none of the characters are named after spices. That was the joke. Well, how the hell am I going to tackle this one? Because I literally only watched 4 episodes, so I can't do the same thing I did with my review of High Guardian Spice, where I kind of just talk about the show and, you know, word vomit all my thoughts about it and everything like that. So, I guess we're gonna freeball it, I guess? Yep, fuck it, we're gonna freeball it. So, what is One Piece? Well, One Piece is a shonen anime. What does that mean? Well, it means it's a manga/anime series that got its start and continues to be published in the Shonen Jump magazine, alongside other anime series I actually really enjoy, like Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And some I dislike, such as Naruto, Bleach, and a couple others. Basically consider it the Cartoon Network of anime, which is a pretty accurate depiction of things, even down to having a couple of shitty crossover fighting games. Now, normally I would place One Piece alongside Naruto and Bleach in the I don't like it category, but I don't want to spoil anything for this review, so let's just go ahead and set sail and start this review. God, I really just said set sail. I'm already being corrupted by One Piece, please help. So, One Piece stars Monkey D. Luffy, which is not a frickin' spice. Wait, sorry, I'm not the one talking about High Guardian Spice this time. Anyway, Luffy is a stretchy pirate boy who is trying to be the king of the pirates by trying to find the One Piece, a massive treasure hoard and... Wait, it's a massive pool of treasure? Then why is it called the One Piece? If it's a giant hoard of treasure, then that's not one piece. That's like a million pieces. I mean, I guess the 1 million piece wouldn't really sound all that great for a title, but still. God, okay. Can I just watch one damn anime where the title makes any damn sense? Calm down, Griffin. We have so much more to talk about. Anyway, Luffy sets out on an adventure to put together a crew and become king of the pirates. So we start out episode 1 with a barrel full of Luffy floating through the ocean, and some crew of a fancy boat decide to bring aboard this thing thinking it's beer. And, hey guys, let's use our critical thinking skills here for a minute. In a best case scenario, we have a barrel full of shitty salty beer that's been out in the ocean and sun for God knows how long. And in the worst case scenario, you uncover an ungodly eldritch horror who's set out on, you know, destroying an entire bloodline and most of humanity. Or maybe that's JoJo's. Now, granted, whatever they got was closer to the second option, but regardless, the risk-reward factor here is worse than going for a Warlock Punch in neutral. Anyway, during Luffy's bizarre adventure, an annoying pink-haired kid named Kobe is working with a vicious pirate fat lady who I could not be bothered to remember the name of. But she's getting ready to raid a fancy ship that is absolutely not the Titanic. Yeah, anyway, pirate ship raid, yada yada, Kobe finds Luffy, Luffy some guys, and then declares that he's gonna become pirate god or something, and then the two proceed to beat up a woman that Luffy has literally never met by literally throwing hands with her. And I guess now is a good time as any to say that this show, at least from the first few episodes that I watched, feels like I'm watching an old Popeye episode. Maybe it's the campy music or the nautical theme, but the action feels very classic cartoony, which I actually did enjoy quite a bit. I thought it made for some interesting fight scenes. That being said, the backgrounds of the show do have this weird unfinished style to them that makes the show kind of look like Caillou, and that's kind of strange to say the least. Oh, and Luffy's voice is just really fucking annoying. This man somehow sounds like he's always yelling, even when he's clearly talking normally. I don't even know how that one's possible. Anyway, we pick back up in episode 2, where Luffy sets sail to meet and recruit Aurora Borealis. He sets out to meet Zoro. His name is Zoro. Anyway, he goes to find Zoro, which is also not a frickin' spice, guys. Come on. Wait, sorry, still in High Guardian Spice mode. It's gonna be a long time before I break that habit. Anyway, skip a bunch of sailing because I don't want to review 2 guys on a boat, and Luffy and Kobe eventually get to the island where Zoro's being held prisoner. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention the part where Zoro is the notorious pirate hunter? Yeah, so allow me now to just lay out for you the many, many, many flaws in Luffy's plan with my new toy, the Luffy is a dumbass counter. Ahem. Luffy wants to be the king of the pirates, but he doesn't have a ship, he doesn't have a crew, he plans to recruit the pirate hunter as his first crew member, He's walking into a Marine base to do so, and the Marines are known for hunting and killing pirates. And also, did I mention this little tidbit? He ate a devil fruit, which means he can't swim. Yeah, that might be a problem. So what is that? That's like 5? And let's go ahead and retroactively add him assaulting a random woman after calling her fat, and hitting Kobe twice because he wanted to. Bringing that counter up to like, what, 8? Anyway, we learned that Zoro was arrested because he took the punishment that was supposed to go to some poor family, so hey, Zoro's a nice guy. I actually kind of think he's pretty cool. Anyway, cut to Luffy being a dumbass and assaulting the grown-up version of Gideon Graves from Gravity Falls, and, yeah. And, yeah, just go ahead and add 1 to the counter, please. So, now Zoro's gonna get executed via firing squad. So, Luffy then proceeds to fight an entire Marine Corps after haphazardly slingshotting himself like Stretch Armstrong onto the roof and destroying a statue of General Morgan, who has the world's most disgusting elbow. Also, go ahead and add another 1 to the counter. Anyway, in about 2 sentences, Luffy convinces Zoro to join the pirate crew and... Wait, actually? Really? Okay, talk about lazy writing, my god. People want to complain about High Guardian Spice being poorly written, but Luffy convinced the notorious pirate hunter to join his pirate crew in like 2 sentences. Hoo boy. Anyway, we get another cool action scene where bullets literally bounce off of Luffy because I guess piercing weapons don't hurt him somehow. You know, I understand how blunt attacks don't work on him because he's made of rubber and all that, but we've also seen swords snap over him and now bullets bounce off of him. And people say Goku is written to be indestructible. Anyway, our 4th and final episode starts up with Luffy on a small ship that could easily flip over and kill him without food, and he has no sense of direction. Add 3 more to the counter. Yada yada yada, Luffy almost loses his hat, which apparently is really important to him, and now we have a flashback to Luffy's backstory. Luffy is hanging out at a bar with his pal and full-grown pirate Shanks, a name I can only assume he got in prison. No, Luffy doesn't get a dumbass counterpoint for this one. His caretakers do for letting him hang out at a bar with pirates. Anyway, some bandits that are somehow different from pirates, I guess, come in and disrespect Shanks, who laughs it off, and Luffy seems really pissed about that. Which I don't get it, man. Shanks did the right thing. Luffy then, out of frustration, opens up a weird wooden chest in the bar that was brought in by a pirate and eats a fruit he doesn't recognize. That's like 4 more for Luffy, and you know what? Screw it. Go ahead and start a counter for Shanks and add 1 in there for leaving his, chest with mystical magic fruit unattended at a bar. Anyway, Luffy's now a stretchy boy and proceeds to try and fight a whole crew of full-grown men. Do I even have to say it this time? Shanks and his crew then show up and deliver a line so hot it may as well be Domino's Pizza. That line was perfect. 10 out of 10. And then he commits manslaughter in the streets before the last bandit kidnaps Luffy and then proceeds to try and drown him. Like a fucking monster. Shanks then shows up, saves Luffy by doing stuff, and then he suffers the same fate that every single anime mentor has to suffer. He loses his damn arm. Man, that happens a lot. So yeah, anyway, we snap back to reality, where we see Luffy essentially save Luffy's hat. And then Luffy, as a gesture to try and repay Zoro, jumps up high into the sky to kill a random-ass bird that's really high in the air, fails, and instead gets captured. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just add as many as ever. Just add a whole bunch of it. That was the dumbest thing he could have tried. But yeah, after that, they set up some villain named Buggy, and yeah, then my obligation's done. So, what did I think then? Well, Luffy is a dumbass for sure. But also, the show wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting. The action was great, the characters were really cool for the most part, with a few standout exceptions. And the art style, for the most part, was really neat. Honestly, if Luffy wasn't so annoying, I would even say I enjoyed most of it. Now, will I continue One Piece? No, not even in a million years. Look, the show was cool from what I watched, but as someone who doesn't have a whole lot of free time, it seems like a massive time sink for an anime I only started from a deal with a friend. However, I'll say this. If you're looking for an anime to check out and you have countless hours to kill, give One Piece a shot, and who knows, maybe you'll enjoy it. Honestly, after watching and enjoying High Guardian Spice, I've started to try and be more open to TV series and other things that I initially wrote off, and I encourage y'all to do the same. Anyway, before I wrap things up, let's go ahead and hear from my pal Princely and see what his thoughts on the first 4 episodes of High Guardian Spice were. But yeah, I just finished the One Piece part of the video so that, you guys know that, because for you it's been like 2 seconds while I do this editing. For me, it's been a little bit longer because we've had some recording issues. But I'm here with my boy Princely, Kodo, whatever the heck he wants to go by. But yeah, I'm here with him, and he's going to be giving his thoughts on High Guardian Spice, or at least the first handful of episodes that he watched.
Hi, I'm Makoto, but you can call me Kodo. I do my own little YouTube channel with some mediocre or YouTube trailers, and yeah, I like One Piece so much. I agreed to do this in order to shill it to Gruffy Air. No regrets. Okay, maybe a few regrets, but still. Oh, so High Guardian Spice, a show that has large amounts of potential, and I'm pretty sure we all know doesn't have the best sort of stuff going on behind the scenes for both the show itself and also the people running it. But ignoring that, let's get into my thoughts. And right away, I'm just going to say, I actually agree with the fact that it's not as bad as people give it credit for. Or being a 1 or a 2 or a 0. Oh, but really, I see it more of a 4 at best. As I'm sorry, I didn't particularly enjoy it. There were a lot of elements I didn't exactly care for, or everything that it showed just kind of was nothing new. Ooh, many shows such as Ruby, Little Witch, My Hero, and even the Harry Potter franchise has already covered this sort of thing so far, are nothing in the show. Characters just, despite the amount of time we got with them, we really barely know anything about some of them. And even then, and they don't really have anything interesting going on with most of them. I'll get on the exception later. And yeah, there's just nothing unique about it. And while it has decent animation, and it's just something where, compared to other shows, there's much better out there, albeit this still isn't the worst option to go with. And hey, maybe I can get proven wrong with all this with a second season, and which I hope everything behind the scenes is sorted out before we get another season, and because some of the views of the writers, I've recently learned, are actually kind of reflected in the show in a negative light. But yeah, as for characters, from what I've seen of the main cast, literally none of them are anything special. I'll throw them out the window because the character that stood out to me would be Snapdragon. Snapdragon's honestly kind of relatable search for his own identity and what he is. It's just something not only I myself relate to, but just the whole reason why he lashes out. It's honestly a really understandable way. He's someone who's hurt by other people, and so he acts tough in order to make sure he's not a victim of bullying that he receives at his own home. But yeah, those were my thoughts. You would have heard a much more in-depth thing if we didn't and suffer the worst possible level of luck possible recording this the first time around. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now.
Yeah, so to quickly shed some light on what he was just talking about, we recorded all of this, and then I went to go check the recording, make sure everything went fine, and the software crashed 3 minutes into our probably 10-minute recording. It was not fun. So it's been a bit of a delay on this project. But yeah, no, a lot of the things he said here are obviously very similar to his original thoughts. There are things that, most of which, get fixed within the second half of the season, because if I recall correctly, you watched the first 5 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, first 5 episodes.
And it's some more digging into like the development and some other stuff based off of other areas.
Yeah, ironically, you did more digging than I did when I did my review of the full series. I like to separate art from the artist, so I typically just watch the show and whatnot rather than research into the background, because you can find stuff like that isn't necessarily what the show's about, and the reason that people watch it.
The whole thing that really hurt with me is they purposely portray most masculine figures negatively because, it's a purposeful thing.
Oh no, it's definitely a feminist heavy show. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like it does lean more on the female cast for sure. I like to think it's going for a vibe similar to Steven Universe, but not executing it nearly as well. Okay, sorry if this cut sounds awkward and like we were in the middle of a thought or something, but this software that we're recording on for this Discord call keeps crashing on me because it is not a fan of me apparently. So yeah. I guess thank you for watching this review. Like, I think this got cut off, but if this video does well enough, I will continue watching the rest of the first arc of One Piece and do a review on that. And Princely over there will do a review of the rest of High Guardian Spice in the same video. But yeah, you can follow me over on Twitch at Griffheim Steamroller. My schedule's kind of crazy at the moment, but we do try and stream every once in a while as of right now. And other than that, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Princely so he can chill whatever he wants to chill.
You can follow me over on Twitter, where I occasionally post art stuff. But if you want to support me in any way, you could go support my friend and TJ Man and 4R61 on his versus show Cartoon Clash. In case you still want to indulge in some stuff from Combo Breaker. Or well, better move on there. He's currently doing Saitama versus Popeye, which he planned on doing and released the preview for before Death Battle even announced it. So yeah, go give him some support. He needs it.
All right, well, with all that out of the way, I hope you all have a chill day, and I'll see you on the flippity flop. Adios.